There was a time she stayed longer than she should have, not because she didn't see the truth, but because she hoped the truth might change. But hope, she learned, is not meant to anchor us to places we have already outgrown. So when the moment came, she did something simple and profound. She walked away. Not dramatically, not with anger, with clarity. She left behind the spaces that asked her to shrink, the patterns that kept repeating the same quiet disappointments. She understood now that leaving is not always loss. Sometimes it is alignment. There was a fairness in the way that she moved forward, a quiet balance between honoring what had been and protecting what she was becoming. She no longer needed to prove anything or justify her choices. The scales had already settled, and as she walked, she noticed something unexpected. Fulfillment had not disappeared when she left. It had traveled with her. Because the satisfaction she felt was no longer dependent on circumstance. It lived in the way that she tended her life, the way that she grounded herself, nurtured her own stability, allowed herself to receive the abundance she once believed belonged only to others. And then ahead of her, something new began to form. Not fantasy, a structure. A shared rhythm of values, commitment, and care. The kind of foundation that could support growth instead of stifling it. And within that structure, something even more beautiful stirred. Creation, expansion, the quiet flourishing of a life that felt both stable and alive. She, as I knew it, once tried to make things work long after their roots had dried. She, as she stands now, walks towards the places where growth is possible. And when she arrives, she doesn't force the bloom, she nourishes it.